Now, if you want to become successful in life, there are only two groups of people you have to listen to. There are only two voices, two types of voices you have to pay attention to if you want to become successful and take your life to the next level. One of the things you must understand is that if you are somebody who wants to become successful, you are somebody who is on a mission, who has a vision, there is a certain life you want to achieve, or there is a certain goal that you have set for yourself, there will be a lot of voices that will come your way. There will be a lot of people speaking to you, but you need to understand that if you want to become successful, there are only two voices you need if you want to become successful. Only two people, two groups of people you need if you really want to become successful. The first group of people you must listen to are the people who have traveled the journey that you are trying to be on. The people who have been to where you are going. I say this all the time that 99.9% of the time there is nothing new really under the sun. Because wherever you are going, somebody has been there. Whatever you want to achieve, someone has achieved it over and over again. You want to be a millionaire? There are a lot of millionaires in the world. You want to be a billionaire? There are a lot of billionaires in the world. You want to build a multi-billion dollar company? People have built multi-billion dollar companies. You want to achieve financial independence? There are many people who have achieved financial independence. You want to become the corporate executive or the leader of your company, the CEO, the top dog in your company? People have achieved that over and over again. And so if you are somebody who wants to become successful, you want to listen to and pay attention to people who have been to where you are going. Now, you got to be careful about these people because there are two types of people that you have to be mindful of under that category. There are people who have been to where you are trying to go who speak negativity to discourage you from going there. Because there are people who are millionaires, who are so-called successful, but will always portray a message that it is impossible to achieve it, that this thing is meant for just some people and you cannot achieve it, you cannot go for it, and no matter what you do, it is going to be impossible. And they appear that they are superhumans and they are able to do it, but you cannot do it. It's like marriage, right? You want to marry, you want to have a successful marriage, then you see somebody who has come out of divorce speaking negatively that marriage is the worst decision I ever made. Hey, I'll never marry. Even if you marry, don't give all yourself to your wife or to your husband. And this is somebody who has been there and now coming to tell you that it is not a good thing. But there are other people who have also who have been in marriage for 20, 30, 10 years, and they will speak positivity and they will tell you how you are supposed to navigate the various terrains to have a successful marriage. There are people who have built billion-dollar businesses who are successful, but will always portray a message that it's something reserved for some people and you cannot achieve it. And so even when you are listening to people who have been to where you are going, you need to be mindful of the voice that you are listening to. Because it can either be a voice of positivity or a voice of negativity. So you need to be careful, but it is important you listen to people who have been to where you are going. And this is why I talk about mentorship a lot. Because you see, mentorship is that which gets you to your destination, which gets you to your dream in record time without any challenges. Why? Because the mentor has been there, has done it. The mentor has held a lot of people's hand on the journey. The mentor has been able to produce a lot of people who are just like what you want to become one day. And so the mentor understands the pitfalls, the challenges, the various areas, the strength you need to build, the capacity you need to build, the network you must have. And so the mentor is now going to take you, show you the way, and you follow that voice, and boom, you become successful. I tell people this all the time, that yes, by the grace of God, I am where I am. In addition to that, one of the most important things that have really played a pivotal role in my life is the mentors that I've come across in my life. Because I've had people who will just be like, hey, you want to do this? Okay, this is what it takes. Do it. You want to become this? This is what you must do. And they show you the blueprint. They show you this is what it takes. Can you do it? I remember when I started my journey, one of my mentors, Dan Locke, still my mentor, follow him, attend his paid seminars, and very important in that case, one of the things he mentioned is, hey, whatever industry you are in, you want to become an authority in that industry. Now, this is when I started teaching, started those days. You want to be an authority in that industry. You want to be an authority. And he was like, how do you show yourself to be an authority? It's by being an author. Ooh. Ooh. So it's not just about you are teaching, this person is teaching, this person is teaching. How do you show yourself that you are an authority in this subject? You are an authority in this industry. You have to be an author. And that was what motivated me to start writing, because I realized that when I did my first book, I mean, we didn't even publish it. I just went to Legon printing, a certain printing press there, and then they just printed, we binded it, and then I sold it out to my students, strategic case study, now strategic case study, but then it was corporate strategy, ethics, and governance, I think so. That was my first book, together with quantitative tools in level 1. And then when I now started giving those books out to the students, it's different, because I'm teaching from the book. The authority is different. The control is different. And that is why up to this day, I have published numerous books in the subjects that I'm teaching. Why? Because a mentor, somebody who has been there, has done it, showed me that, hey, you want to be an authority in that space. So if you have to be an authority, then you need to be an author. That is a voice I listen to. Not only that, I don't just want to be teaching. And so I have to understand the front end, what goes on in the classroom, the teaching mechanism, the methodologies, and the back end. How we build system in the back end to make sure that we control both the front end and the back end, because that is how you become successful as a teacher. Because those days, I was just on the front end and nothing is happening on the back end. I can work months and salary is not coming. And you go and ask about salary, then someone will tell you, I'm going to buy land with my wife. You're like, I've worked. I need money. You are going to buy land with your wife? You are now going to buy land. What do I buy? So again, I have to learn from mentors, Dan Locke and other people, how I can then build the business of my teaching to be able to control the front end, what I do, the systems, the softwares, the programs, everything, and then the back end, the business machinery behind it. Because if I can control these two, then I can live the life that I truly want to live and not be a slave to the system. And so the first group of people, whatever dreams you have, whatever aspirations you have, you want to listen to people who have been there and have done it. Stop listening to people who have never achieved anything significant. You want to be a millionaire? You want to stop listening to broke people. You want to build a successful business? You want to stop listening to people who have never dreamt of doing anything significant in their life. I'm not saying disrespect them. Yeah, I listen. There are many people who advise me. And 99.9% of the advices that I've received, I throw them in the recycling bin. Yeah, I will give you a listening ear, but that doesn't mean what you tell me applies to me, because you don't know what I'm hearing in my ears. You don't know my dream. You don't know my path. You don't know where I'm going. You don't know what God has told me. You don't know what is my vision. So you have no right to advise me how to execute that vision if you have never been to where I am going. And this is an important thing that you need to understand. The fact that somebody is older than you, somebody is in a place of authority or position, does not mean if they advise you, you will take it. No. Because if it doesn't align with your mission, with your vision, with where you are going, then that advice could become something that would derail you, that would distract you, that would demotivate you, and that will make you not to be able to go after the dream. So who do you listen to? People who have been to where you are going. And you gotta find out whatever it is you want to do. You want to be the best marketer in the world? There are marketing gurus. You want to be a leadership expert? Go look for the leadership expert. You want to have a beautiful marriage? Look for somebody who has married successfully. You want to raise great children that will be successful? Go look at somebody who has been able to raise successful children. You want to build a successful business? Look for people who have built successful businesses and learn from them how they did it. And this is very important, who you listen to. Because especially in our part of the world, a lot of the things that you hear in this part of the world is Kweku Anansi's story. About 99.9% of the so-called rich people you hear about in our part of the world here is just Kweku Anansi's story. Nothing is documented. You can't track anything. Because somebody will just tell you, oh, I was selling whatever PK in the traffic lights, and through hard work and dedication, today I am rich. Really? You think just selling the PK and hard work made you rich? No. Come on, be specific. Give us the blueprint. But if I go look for the life of Mark Zuckerberg, I look at the life of Elon Musk, I look at the life of Jeff Bezos, I look at the life of Bill Gates, I look at the life of Warren Buffett, there is a pure blueprint about how they started, the various things they did at every stage of their business, of their career, to where they are. And you can learn the lessons. But our part of the world here, oh, through hard work, everything will be successful. You think hard work alone make people successful? No. That dream you are after is not just about hard work. Waking up 4 a.m., being stuck in traffic for 2 hours, getting to work, closing, stuck in traffic another 2 hours, get home 10 p.m., wake up again. You think that is what will make you wealthy? No. You must go beyond that. Because there are things behind that physical thing that you are seeing that has to make you wealthy. But you can only get that when you get close to people who have been to where you are going. So they can draw you up and tell you, hey. In addition to the hard work that you are working on, you have to do A, B, C. Probably change the strategy. Do this, do that. Don't do this. Say this, say that. Don't say this. So you want to become successful? You want to listen to people who have been to where you are going. Listen to me. If somebody is speaking to me, advising me, and they've never been to where I am going, I don't listen to them. I don't listen to them. I don't care who the heck they are. I don't care how much money they claim they have. I don't care how much success they think they've built. I don't care how old they think they are. It is not out of arrogance, because they don't understand my mission. They don't understand my vision. I remember when I started this whole journey, the Nhyira Premium brand, when we started it out, people told me, hey, you're a brilliant guy. Go look for a job. Nobody will listen to you. Nobody will hear you. You are too young. You have no experience. Go get a job. You will be okay. Don't stress yourself. Running a business is not for you. You can't build anything significant. And these are people who are so-called business consultants, mature people who you think should show you how the thing is supposed to be done. But they are rather writing you off. And I believe you have a story like that, where people you thought should show you the way are rather telling you something contrary to the vision in your heart, contrary to what you feel in your heart, what your mission is on life, what gives you purpose in life. They are telling you something contrary to that. So you got to be careful. Give them listening ear. When you finish, let that out into the recycling bin and go look for people who have been to where you are going. That's the first group of people you want to listen to. The second group of people that you want to listen to are the people who are on the same journey that you are on. That is, they are on the same journey that you are on or a little ahead of you. Very important. Because birds of a feather flock together. You want to be a billionaire? You want to be successful? You want to be wealthy? You can't surround yourself with brokies. You want to be somebody who achieve financial independence? You can't surround yourself with friends who at the end of the month, they take their salary and they are buying some new phones, new dresses, this. Hey, let's party. Chale, nipansu yedeng. What are we taking in this world? We came to this world with nothing. What will we live this world? We only live once. Life is too short. So they take their salary, they blow it out. By the 15th of the month, they are hungry. They are looking for loans to survive. If you want to achieve financial independence, you cannot surround yourself with people who lack financial intelligence. Again, I am not saying disown your friends. I am not saying walk away from certain relationships. I'm only telling you that if you want to become successful, if you want to achieve that goal, if you want to achieve that which is in your heart, then you have to work with people who think like that, who talk like that, who behave like that, who have the same mindset if you truly want to achieve that goal. And that is why your environment is very important. My inner circle is very important. I don't just allow somebody to come around me. No. If we are not thinking on the same wavelength, you don't have the level of excellence that I am pursuing, you are not having the same mindset that I have, you will not be allowed to come near me. It's not that I don't like people. It is not that I am antisocial. It is not that I don't want to hang around with people, but I don't want any negative energy to distract my thoughts and to prevent me from achieving what God has called me to achieve. And that is why it is important to surround yourself with people who are like-minded. People who are going to where you are going. Because you can't surround yourself with people who take their salary and, hey, what is the latest phone? They go and buy. But they are broke. They don't have any investment. They don't have shares. They don't have bonds. They don't have land. They are not saving for anything. They are just living their life. And then they sheepishly justify that to say, life is too short. We only live once. Oh, this world crowd, we came with nothing. We won't go with anything. So they just get money, blow it out of proportion. No planning for the future. Oh, God will do it. That is absolute foolishness. And if you want to achieve financial independence, you can't surround yourself with people like that. Maybe you want to be an entrepreneur, build a successful business. You can't surround yourself with losers who are always not thinking like you. You want to be an entrepreneur? You surround yourself with fellow entrepreneurs, because that is how you're able to share the energy. Hey, this is what I'm going through. Okay, this is a new program you can use. This is a new software you can use. You are sharing the energy together. You are an entrepreneur and all your friends, they are employees. Every day they will just be making mockery of you. Hey, this thing that you are doing as entrepreneur, hey, when will it take off? And 99.9% of the time, they will not have the same energy like you have, because they are not seeing what you are seeing. If your business goes through hard time, they cannot understand it because they don't know what you are going through. But if you surround yourself with like-minded entrepreneurs, like-minded people, they have been through probably what you are going through, and they can tell you how you can navigate through it so you can become successful. So listen to me carefully. Only two groups of people you want to listen to. People who have been to where you are going. People who are on the same journey heading to where you are going. That's all. Any other thing, I refer to them as noise. Don't advise me about money if you have not made any money in your entire miserable life. Don't advise me about entrepreneurship and how to run a business if you have never run any business in your entire life, or you have never mentored anybody to run any successful business. Don't tell me about how to live a successful life if you have never achieved any success in your life. Because we live in a world where sometimes people think they've read some books. And so because of that, the things they've read in the books, they have the effrontery to advise you on how to do certain things. No, you don't qualify. Again, it is not out of arrogance. It is out of choice. Because you don't understand what I am doing. You cannot conceive the dream that I have. You don't understand what I am building. So you cannot advise me on how it is supposed to be built. It is better I take advice from somebody who has built something similar to mine or higher than mine, because they will have better understanding on how I can navigate every path of this journey so I can become successful one day. And that is what you have to fight if you want to become successful as an individual. A lot of people will be speaking to you, your mom, your dad, your family, your household. There are sometimes even your parents' voice, it will not be the voice you have to follow. Why? Because they may be protecting you. Hey, just get a job, go to school, get a comfortable job, and live a happy life. But God has called you to build something magnificent. But they cannot support that. They cannot attest. You've heard stories where people start a career. Maybe it's in music, it's in football, it's in maybe they are artists. They want to run a business or something else, but they didn't get the support from the house. They were even, asked to leave the house if that is the life they want. Then later on they become successful. Then their parents will now say, oh, we didn't know this is how it would turn out. Imagine if they had listened to their parents. They wouldn't have built what they have built. They wouldn't have achieved what they achieved. And that is why you have to be careful. It is not every voice that you follow. Sometimes even the voice of the people around you, your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your pastor or whatever, sometimes some of these people's voices, you have to let it go. Why? Because what is in your heart, what God has put there, what you are called to build, what you are called to do, they have no clue. They have no idea. They have no business, and they have no expertise in giving you advice on how it has to be done. And so if you want to become successful, these are the two voices you have to pay attention to. Don't take any money advice from somebody who has never who has never had wealth in their entire miserable life, or who is not on their journey. There was a time somebody, so-called financial guru or financial expert, was through a friend, came to me, was like, hey, Nhyira, there's this new investment that I want you to do, and it will help you. Then I asked the person, how much of your money have you put into this investment? Then he was like, oh, Nhyira, you can't ask me that. I can't disclose that to you. Then I was like, no. You believe so much in this investment instrument that this financial institution is selling, right? That is why you are trying to get me to put my money in. How much of your own money have you put into this? Who are the clients that you have managed their wealth or managed their finances? I want to know them. Zero. Nothing. The person, and upon further discussion, I realized the person didn't even understand the instrument that he was telling me to go and invest in to build wealth. I had better knowledge of the instrument, of the entity that he was selling me than he had. And that is why you don't just listen to people. You got to listen to people with high level of discernment and go behind the scene and find out how is their life like. If their life doesn't correspond with what they say, that is not an advice you have to follow, because you only follow who know road. Yeah. You follow people who know road. And there are only two people who know road. People who have been to where you are going. They know the road. They've been on that journey. And then people who are going there. Now you are together. So if there is anything, you can share thoughts together. If you want to become successful, that is what I want you to do, and you will take your life to the next level. Do not just listen to people. Listen with discernment, and that's how you become successful. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.